From 4 News Now, with live updates throughout the day, breaking news as it happens, and weather every 10 minutes. This is KXLY Plus.
Good morning. For 4 News Now, I'm Rob King. My guests today are part of the very popular and talented Trans-Siberian Orchestra, which is coming to Spokane November 22nd at the Spokane Arena. Pitrelli and Kayla Reeves of TSO. How are you guys?
Good, thank you. How are you today?
Doing great. So tell us a little bit about the new tour. It's called The Lost Christmas Eve. What can you tell us about it?
Well, we're bringing back The Lost Christmas Eve for the first time in 12 years, which we're really, really excited about. It's the third installment in Paul O'Neill's trilogy, and it's been a while.
It's been a long time.
It's my personal favorite of the three stories, and the music is just extremely soulful, and I can't wait to dive back into it.
Yeah.
Is it fun for you guys to kind of go back and go back to some of the stuff that you've already done and toured on and kind of bring it back with a fresh perspective?
Yeah, it is. And also, the advances in technology over the last dozen years have given our crew chiefs and department heads the opportunity to present it visually in a way they couldn't have thought up 12 years ago. So we're known for being over the top. This is going to over the top.
Is that important to you for like spectacle?
Yeah. Yes. Because we were talking before we got on air how many years that we've spent coming through your community. And there's a group of people that come back year after year after year to see us that we affectionately refer to as the repeat offenders. So they want the familiarity, of their tradition intact, but it's our responsibility to put on the spectacle, if you will, to make it different for them every year, because I never want anybody to walk out of the arena and say, I saw it last year, it was better, or it was the same as last year. It's never going to happen.
That makes sense. That's almost putting a lot of pressure on yourself, though.
Well, that's our job, I mean, we've sold 20 million tickets over the past 25 years of touring, and I want to, if we have this conversation, God willing, where we sell 40 million tickets, I want to make sure that the show has evolved and changed and keep everybody guessing and on their heels a little bit all the time. We never want to get complacent. We never want to do what we did last year.
Well, I guess, and that's important for both of you. Al, you're a founding member, and Kayla, you've been with the band, according to Wikipedia, over 10 years. So I guess that's got to be
15 now.
15?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. So I guess for both of your guys, just kind of artistic creativity side, you want to see it advancing and growing.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. And also, we've been dreaming about this since we were babies. I mean, for myself, I saw the Beatles on Ed Sullivan when I was 2 years old back in 1964, and that was it for me. I've been dreaming about this one thing the entirety of my life, and the fact that we get to do it every day, some cases twice a day, it's a dream come true every time.
Now, Al, you mentioned, you and I talked before we started rolling, that Spokane holds a special place in your heart. Can you tell us about that?
Yeah. Well, this is the first year, and I think in about 15 to 16 years, that we're not having Thanksgiving there. So historically, what I do is not every year, but a lot of the years, like the Creed movies, they would debut on Thanksgiving at the theater down by the Macy's. So I'd go there on Thanksgiving afternoon and then have Thanksgiving dinner at Morton's Steakhouse in the hotel and have my celebratory McAllen 25-year-old in honor of people who are no longer with me in this life, and then do a big rock show the next day. So I'm kind of bummed that I'm not having my tradition intact, but we'll still do a good show for you, I promise.
Oh, yeah, I think so, too.
And then there's Black Friday. Don't forget Black Friday at Macy's.
There we go. That'll work. Then people can see a rock show. If they're going to spend money on anything, spend it on you guys.
Yes.
So it's not only important for you guys to put out this music and to be performers, but you guys also have significant charity efforts that go along with this. Can you tell us about that?
Absolutely. And it all goes back to Paul O'Neill and the very, very first, since the very beginning, the first show, Paul O'Neill said, I want to take $1 from every ticket sold and I want to donate it to a local charity in every single community that we go through. And someone, like Al just said, someone told us that we just sold our 20 million tickets. So if you do the math over the span of 30 years, Paul O'Neill really was able to make a huge positive impact throughout these communities. And that's a legacy that we're going to continue to carry out.
And that's awesome. And, you know, Paul passed in 2017, so I guess it is important for you guys to kind of keep his legacy a part of this.
Well, Paul and I had this conversation 1,000 times over the years, you know, in the studio, on an airplane, at a venue, whatever. He said, I just want this to live long past all of us. You know, he wanted his art to be listened to and witnessed by, you know, our great-great-grandchildren. Now, you know, nobody thought that, you know, he was going to leave us almost 8 years ago, but his wish is what? To have this carry on in perpetuity forever. And that's our responsibility to make sure that it's presented in the best way possible, and that, you know, our great-grandchildren and their great-grandchildren will, you know, experience what was the Trans-Siberian Orchestra.
Absolutely. Well, Al and Kayla, I don't want to take up too much of your time. I know you're both busy, but anything else you want to add before I let you go?
No, just thank you for the time. You know, we can't wait to get back to Spokane again. That is a special place for us, and it's part of our tradition as well. So.
Absolutely.
We can't
I know
wait.
People are excited to see you. Again,
Yes.
You can check out Al and Kayla and the entire Trans-Siberian Orchestra November 22nd at the Spokane Arena. That's a Friday. Check it out. Tickets online at kxly.com. Thank you guys very much.
You're welcome. Thank you, brother. Have a happy holiday.
Yeah, you as well.